To this day. To this day.
I hit him clean more times. I beat him.
Use your common sense. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
This MAGA country.
What up, Bushido Spirit, Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 5, The Bells. Now, this is probably the worst written episode ever in Game of Thrones history. A lot of bad shit happened this episode. A lot of things that don't entirely make sense. A lot of ruined characters. Jon Snow is one. Tyrion is one. Dany, Cersei, Jaime. Just a lot of fucking ruined characters this episode. Now, I'll take that back. Not just this episode. They slowly ruined these characters over time, right? Because with Tyrion, he used to be smart, but he's not smart at all. Like, everything he does is dumb as hell and makes no sense. And I feel like they just make him do dumb shit to set up the plot, to get the story to move forward. Because it doesn't make any sense for him to be this fucking stupid. The fact that he even told Varys in the first place. Then the fact that he waited so long to tell Dany that Varys was plotting against him. Like, Varys tried to kill her. He tried to get this girl to poison her food. And then, before they burnt him alive, he sent out some ravens to tell people that Jon Snow was the true heir. They ruined Jon Snow's character. He hasn't done anything of substance. He's supposed to be the hero, but he hasn't appeared to be heroic since he came back alive. Haven't seen him do anything of substance. He just fumbles all over the place. He didn't even get to fight the Night King, the person that he was telling everybody that they should fear. He didn't kill him. Arya killed that person. Like, some of the decisions they make, I don't understand at all. They essentially ruined Jon Snow's character arc by not having him kill the Night King. It's just ruined. And I feel like the only reason he exists now is for him to overthrow Dany and become the king, which I don't want to see. I don't want to see that shit at all, because he's exactly like Ned Stark, and Ned Stark would have made a terrible ruler. He didn't understand how the game worked. That's why he died. We don't need another person like that with the throne. And by the way, they just completely obliterated the throne. The throne was symbolic of power. Having you sitting on that throne meant that you ruled Westeros. It means you ruled the whole realm. But I think she burnt that shit up this episode. She completely burned the castle down. So for everybody that was waiting and anticipating for somebody to sit on that throne, I don't think that throne exists anymore. That shit is burnt up. Nobody's sitting on that shit. Also, they fucked up Cersei. Cersei is wicked and evil. Last episode, that cold and heartless bitch cut off Missandei's head. And this episode, they wanted us to feel sorry for her. They gave her a touching moment, a touching end. They had her die with Jaime, holding Jaime in her arms. She was crying and shit, and that's how she died, and some rocks fell on her. Nobody that we liked got to kill her. Not even Arya, which made me question why Arya was in the city. But then I realized, Arya is only in the city so that we can hate Dany. That's why the fuck she was there. She was there. They wanted to put her at a risk of dying. They wanted to show Dany burning up the city, blowing everything up, rocks fumbling all over the place, debris everywhere. They wanted to put a character in that position that we like so that we can hate Dany. Like, what is Dany doing? She's gonna kill Arya on mistake. But we all knew that Arya wasn't gonna die. It's just stupid. It was no reason. Like, Arya was wasted this episode. She didn't do anything. She was just there for us to hate Dany some more. And they went to great lengths for us to hate Dany. They showed kids getting burnt up. They showed soldiers try to rape people and women, and rape and pillage and shit like that. It just was so forced and unnatural for all of this to happen. It would have been so much more satisfying had she had no choice but to burn them niggas up, and they thought that she wasn't gonna do it, but she did it anyway. That would have been better. But yet she did have a choice. They completely obliterated Cersei's army, which I hated. I wanted to see a fight. I have yet to see an epic battle this season. First battle, I couldn't see shit. This battle was a whitewash. It just ran through them niggas easy as fuck, which makes me question why they didn't do that in the first place. Why do we need all this planning and strategy when we could have done that easily? Hell, they could have done that before they even fought the Night King, if it was that easy. But she rolls up, burns everything down. They got in there easy. Dany landed her dragon. All her soldiers broke through the wall, and all the army had to do on the other side side was ring the bell and put their swords down, and they would have survived. So they did this whole thing where they had Danny looking all crazy, all dirty and shit, looking paranoid, looking all the way around. Are they gonna ring the bell? Why the bell isn't rung? What are they doing? What are they doing? They did that whole scene for no reason, because after that they made her kill everybody anyway. So what was the point of that scene? Why did we need that? That was just a time waster. And then they set up the fight where Euron got to fight Jaime. I don't understand Jaime at all. I fucking hate his arc. I'd liked him better with Brienne. Like, I don't like Jaime fucking his sister anymore. I'm tired of seeing that. And I thought he was over her, but yet he disappoints Brienne, just completely wastes that story right there, which was a better story than what we ended with. And then on his way to see Cersei, they put together this fight between him and Euron for no fucking reason at all. That was such a pointless fucking fight. I hated that fight. And the way the fight ended was stupid as hell. The fight ended with Jaime dragging his body across some gravel to get to a sword, and Euron just sitting on a rock, letting him grab the sword. Then Euron stabs him in the side, and Jaime turns around and stabs Euron in the stomach. And then the scene ends with quite possibly one of the worst lines ever. Euron just cackling on the rock, laughing, and he says, "I'll be known as the man that killed Jaime Lannister." Nigga, Jaime Lannister ain't been a good fighter since that nigga lost his arm. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you killing Jaime Lannister. Like, just pure stupidity the way that scene ended. Then we get the fight between the Mountain and the Hound. That fight was okay. The power scaling was a little bit off and shit. Like, there were several times where I thought that nigga Hound should be dead. He getting his head beat the fuck in. The Mountain, I don't know what the fuck that nigga is. He is the strongest zombie I ever seen. He took a sword, he took several stabs to the neck and stomach, and then he finally gets stabbed in the head. But even being stabbed in the head didn't completely kill him. I was like, what? He got stabbed in the head. Why is he still alive? So the Hound is left to run him against the wall and fall to his death for no fucking reason. It's like who is writing this show? I don't even recognize the show anymore. This saddens me. It saddens me that the best battles happened in the past. There was so many good battles. The final season has none of those battles. Oh my god. And that's pretty much the episode, man. The only good part about this episode was the destruction of the city. I guess that's where the budget went. That wasn't in the Night King episode, because it was beautiful scenes of the dragon burning down the city, shit crumbling all over the place. All of that stuff was good. The violence, the bloodshed, but the writing was fucking awful. It was terrible. And they made Daddy burn the city for long periods of time. Like, they never showed her. She got like little to no screen time in this episode. Like, she was in the early parts of the episode. Right after they killed Varys, you barely see her ever again. It's like one other scene where you see her. It just it's just so bad. Like, she completely makes a 180. She turns crazy in an instant and kills lots of people. I don't know, man. How y'all feel about this episode? Do y'all like it? Do y'all hate it? I'm your boy Bushido Spirit. Peace the fuck out.